All right, you know that feeling, right? That buzz when the first unofficial NFL depth charts start dropping.
Oh, yeah. It's like the season really starts then, doesn't it? Even before the preseason games.
Exactly. It's like lifting the curtain just a tiny bit. And when it's the team like the Jacksonville Jaguars, well, people pay attention.
Definitely. It's not just a list of names. It's a kind of a first look at the strategy, the thinking.
And that's exactly what we're doing today in this deep dive. We're digging into that first Jags depth chart for 2025.
Right. The mission, basically, is to figure out the biggest surprise on there. And believe me, there's a big one.
Oh, there is. We want to unpack what it means for the Jags and maybe, just maybe, what it hints at for the rest of the league down the road.
We've looked at the official releases, some expert takes, the usual sources.
Yeah, we've done the homework. So, okay, let's unpack this because there is one name, one specific spot on this chart that really got everyone talking.
And that is absolutely rookie Travis Hunter. I mean, the second this thing came out, his name just boom. It's all anyone wanted to discuss.
It really was. Because the biggest surprise here, the thing that makes you kind of stop and reread it, is that Hunter, the #2 overall pick this year.
Yeah, #2 overall.
He's listed as both a starting wide receiver and a backup cornerback.
Right. Not one or the other. Both. Starting offense, backup defense.
In a modern NFL, I mean, it's almost unheard of, especially for such a high pick right out of the gate.
It really is incredibly rare. You just don't see top draft picks being asked to do that anymore. Everything is so specialized.
So this signals
Yeah.
what a really bold, maybe innovative approach from the coaching staff.
I think bold is the right word, maybe even defiant.
Yeah.
They're clearly looking at his talents, which are, let's be honest, pretty unique, and saying, we're going to use all of this.
And unique talents feels like an understatement sometimes with Hunter. Phenomenal athlete, Heisman finalist.
Right. And in college, he wasn't just like taking a few snaps on the other side. He played major snaps both ways.
Yeah, he wasn't a gadget player. He was elite, truly elite at both spots.
The numbers back it up too. What was it, like 96 catches, over 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns on offense?
Something like that, yeah. And then on defense, tackles, picks, looked like a lockdown corner half the time.
Exactly. 4 interceptions, great coverage skills. So the Jags aren't just, dreaming this up. They saw the college tape. They saw the potential.
So this plan they have, let's look at that. Offensively, WR1, right there with Brian Thomas Jr. and Diami Brown. That's huge confidence.
Huge confidence. It says, we think you can be a primary weapon immediately. No easing him in on that side of the ball.
But then defensively, he's a backup corner behind Tyson Campbell and Jerry Jones, who are solid starters.
Which is also smart, right? It shows they believe in his defensive ability, his versatility, but maybe they manage his snaps there initially or use him in specific packages.
Yeah, it gives them options. And we know the head coach, Liam Cohen, he's openly talked about wanting to use him both ways.
Right. This isn't some vague idea. Cohen seems fully committed to trying this on the NFL level, that backing from the top is crucial for something this unconventional.
Okay, but let's be real. As exciting as it sounds, the challenges here are immense, especially for a rookie.
Oh, absolutely immense. You're talking about learning 2 completely different, very complex NFL playbooks simultaneously.
It's not just memorizing diagrams, right? It's the mental switch. Reading defenses as a receiver, then flipping to reading offenses as a corner. That's a lot.
It's a massive cognitive load, plus the physical toll. Practicing both, playing potentially heavy snaps on both sides.
Coach Kenny even admitted it, didn't he? Said they'll need to manage it very carefully, optimize the workload, minimize the fatigue.
Yeah, you have to. It's a balancing act. How do you get the most impact without burning him out or risking injury? It challenges everything about how you structure practice, meetings, recovery.
But the thing is, Hunter himself seems up for it. Enthusiastic, even confident about tackling this.
That mindset is key, isn't it? If the player isn't fully bought in, something like this is doomed from the start. He seems to have that rare self-belief.
And the athleticism helps. I mean, watching his college highlights, his body control is just ridiculous sometimes. That natural ability must make this possible, at least.
It definitely provides the foundation. That raw fluidity makes the physical part less of a hurdle, maybe allowing him to focus more on the mental side.
So, if they pull this off, if Hunter succeeds, could this actually change how teams think about players?
It could. It really could challenge that hyper-specialization trend. Maybe teams start looking harder for guys who can do multiple things at a high level. It's a fascinating what if.
It sets a potential precedent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, though.
Go on.
While Hunter is grabbing all the headlines, and deservedly so, this depth chart tells us more about the Jags' overall strategy, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You can't just look at Hunter in isolation. The rest of the chart provides important context.
Like at quarterback.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence, obviously, still the unquestioned starter. That stability is huge.
it's foundational. Having your QB locked in allows you the luxury, maybe, to experiment elsewhere. Like with Hunter, you're not scrambling at the most important position.
That's a great point. It frees them up. And then look at the running backs. Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby listed as co-starters.
Yes, suggesting a shared load.
Yeah.
Probably Etienne as the main receiving threat, change of pace guy, and Bigsby as the grinder, the short yardage back.
A classic thunder and lightning kind of setup. Keeps guys fresh, gives the offense different looks.
Exactly. It's a smart complementary approach. They're not just relying on one guy to carry the whole load.
Okay, and then defensively, besides Hunter's spot, look at safety. Lots of ORs there. Eric Murray or Darnell Savage, Andrew Wingard or Antonio Johnson.
Right. That screams open competition. The coaches are basically saying someone needs to step up and win these jobs in camp and preseason.
So they're looking for guys to emerge. It shows competitive depth, which is always good.
It is. They value competition, clearly. And they probably want guys who fit specific roles within the scheme, not just the biggest names.
Makes sense. Then linebacker, seems more settled. Foyeside Olukun and Devin Lloyd locked in as starters.
Yeah, those two are the anchors of that defense, studs. But behind them, you still have competition for the backup roles, which is important for depth and special teams.
Always need that depth. Yeah. And back to the receivers for a sec. Besides Hunter, you've still got Brian Thomas Jr., Diami Brown, Parker Washington.
A pretty solid group, right?
Uh.
Thomas brings speed. Brown's good on contested catches. Washington could be a reliable slot guy. It's not just the Hunter show there.
Gives Lawrence plenty of targets. And hey, there was even buzz about an undrafted guy, wasn't there? Eli Pancol.
Oh, yeah, Pancol. Apparently he's been turning heads in camp. Might push for that WR6 spot.
See, that's what these early charts sometimes hint at. These under-the-radar guys making a move. Shows they're looking everywhere for talent.
It really does. So when you put it all together, what this depth chart shows is a team trying to do both things at once. Meaning they're embracing this bold innovation with Hunter, this really outside-the-box thinking.
The two-way thing.
But they're also fostering traditional competition across the roster. The safety battle, the backup spots, seeing if guys like Pancol can emerge. It's a mix.
So it's innovation and competition, creativity and grinding it out.
Pretty much. They seem willing to push boundaries while still building a solid, deep roster through conventional means. It sets a really interesting tone for their season.
It definitely makes Jacksonville one of the more fascinating teams to watch heading into the preseason. Okay, so we've hit the big points.
Yeah, the Travis Hunter two-way experiment is obviously the headline. Groundbreaking stuff, potentially.
And we've seen how that fits into a larger team strategy that's blending that boldness with some classic roster building and position battles.
So for you listening, what does this actually mean? Why should you care about the Jags' first depth chart?
Well, I think it gives you a window into how teams are constantly thinking about gaining an edge, right? How they scout talent, how they develop it, how they might try to break the mold in a league that often feels very specialized.
Exactly. You're seeing a team actively challenge the status quo. Will it work? We don't know yet, but it's happening.
Which leads to the big final thought to chew on. Could Travis Hunter actually revolutionize the way NFL teams think about players? Could we see more two-way threats, more emphasis on pure athleticism over strict positional fit?
Or is this just a unique situation? A rare talent, a specific coaching staff willing to gamble? Is it a path others can follow or just a fascinating outlier?
What precedent does this set for the next potential two-way star coming out of college? How does it change scouting development?
Lots to think about. It's definitely more than just names on a list. It's a strategic gamble unfolding right before our eyes.
Absolutely. Something to keep a very close eye on this season. We'll have to leave it there for this deep dive.